Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I am Dustin and we are looking at NIO today. NIO is one of the most active stocks on Yahoo Finance today. It was actually the third most active and it was up 11.19% today, which is an incredible move for a stock that I have to admit I did not think was even worth paying attention to about 2 weeks ago. But when we look at the recent price action, you can see that the price now having a red background with black lettering, it is 2 standard deviations above its mean after coming out of the green background with the black lettering, which means it was at its normal standard deviation, which means it was kind of basing for a bit there. We are getting a revolution here in NIO. I'm assuming it has something to do with some sort of funding, but ultimately what it has to do with is that there's more demand for the stock than there is supply. The one thing that I do notice that is slightly negative is that we're still negative on a 5-day rolling, but it looks like it's going to flip tomorrow if we just stay a little bit higher, because all we have to do tomorrow is stay above $9.07. We'll definitely do that. I do see a little bit of bearishness on the short-term sentiment where we're going to be bearish tomorrow. We're still bullish on the intermediate and the longer term, which is positive to see. We're going to go ahead and look at the rolling sentiment here. The one thing that's really nice is ever since we got this rolling bull when we were at about 63%, actually I'm not really worried about this 10-day. I'm going to worry about this 2-day bullish, this 5-day bullish, and this 10-day bullish. We're at 54% back on the 15th of June. Now we're at 55%. And the one thing that's kind of interesting to see is that it's rolling over. When you get the colors to go from green to red like this, that means that this number is lower than the previous number. And that's not a great thing to see overall, but the moves are absolutely stunning when you think about the fact that it was up 11% when it's starting to go a little bit negative. But that is a big candle. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that it gapped. What did it open at? It opened at 872 and it closed at 934. That's really good to see, and it kind of gapped a little bit. You're just going to have to expect that with a stock like this, when we start to look at the volatility, with the volatility being like this, where it's really wavy and hilly like the hills of Sweden, you're going to expect a lot of chop. And then you look at the blue line, which is the price to volatility correlation. It's negative currently. So right now what you're expecting is that as the volatility is moving, you can get some very aggressive moves up and down. I'd be a little bit cautious, but again, I've been wrong about NIO this entire time, because if you look at the top of the range, it's going higher. The bottom is essentially flatlining and you want to be long. But tell me, what do you think in the comments below? Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? I'll talk to you soon.